Let's take a look at this. This is from Rafael Esparza, longtime Vegas odds maker, and it is who is the Browns starting quarterback? Game 1 of 2022, the odds-on favorite, of course, Baker Mayfield, minus 250. Jimmy Garoppolo at plus 180. Then you see Derek Carr, plus 250. Ryan Fitzpatrick, plus 300. Mitchell Trubisky and Russell Wilson, both at plus 500. Aaron Rodgers at plus 1,400. Again, those odds are according to Rafael Esparza, longtime Vegas odds maker. Let's welcome in Mac Robinson from 92.3 The Fan. Mac, when you look at that, obviously Baker, the odds-on favorite. The one that intrigues me is Russell Wilson at plus 500. Maybe there is some truth to the rumor that he's going to try to force his way or at least, get his way out of Seattle and move on.
Yeah, Dave, and thank you for having me on. But, I look at the Russell Wilson situation, and just in general, I really have my doubts when it comes to Russell Wilson, mainly because of the fact that, John Clayton hopped on Bull and Fox on our station yesterday and talked about the fact that Russell Wilson has reiterated about 4 times that he wants to, end his career in Seattle. He wants to, play out his career there at that point. But at the same time, I know that there were the talks last offseason. I understand that was going on. But, at the same time, I think that with Russell Wilson, we have to remember the fact that, he does have a no trade clause. And you take into account, everything off the field as well with him, obviously married to Sierra. I don't think that, for Russell Wilson, I don't think that he would be willing to come over to Cleveland at that point. At that point with the receiving core that they do have, while yes, they do have the offensive line, they do have the running game. I just don't think that they have the receiving options where, if he's staying in Seattle, at least, he still has that rapport with the front office, rapport with the team overall and with the city. But if there was a place that I could see him going, it could be, New York. I know that's previously been mentioned as well. But, looking at some of the other options, Mitch Trubisky, he's somebody who, I think could be a free agent option for them, but I don't like him more than Baker at that point. The other side of this too is that, looking at some of the higher odds as well, Jimmy Garoppolo, I said it on Monday, but, I just think that that's window dressing at that point. I think that, Jimmy Garoppolo is just a guy who I think is the Hollywood actor that would be playing Baker Mayfield in a movie about him at that point. The one guy on that list that I actually would like potentially is Derek Carr, and I've been on the record saying that as well. Again, I think that Derek Carr is somebody who I think could be an upgrade for the team, and I almost think of it as a similar situation with Matthew Stafford in Detroit last year. Where I think that he is very talented, but I do think that just a lot of the situations behind the scenes, whether it be injury or the John Gruden debacle. And everything going on with the Raiders, I just feel like the situation was never right for him. So again, I feel like that's the one player that I would, be okay with going after at that point. But other than that, I do think that, you're pretty much looking at Baker Mayfield, and that's why he's the odds-on favorite. But I do think that, Baker can bounce back. I do think that he has shown the ability to do so in the past as well. But again, it just comes down to, what possible upgrades are out there. And I just really don't see the ones that are out there for the Browns to go after.
Yeah, and where Derek Carr is concerned, if the Raiders move on from Rich Bisaccia, that would be the head coach. They've already moved on from Mike Mayock, so they're going to have new GM, new head coach. They're going to allow the GM head coach combination to decide, do they want Derek Carr or do they want to completely flip it, redo it, and try to build from ground zero together. And there are a lot of head coaches that would prefer to do that. So Derek Carr is a name that bears keeping an ear out to what is happening with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, no, and you're absolutely spot on with that. Because again, a lot of times you'll see, different head coaches come in and it's, what are you going to do with this quarterback? But this could be an opportunity for the Raiders to go completely clean slate. Where, again, you have some talented players on defense like Max Crosby, but, again, on offense, you really can make your mark. And I think that's also why you have somebody, they have the different candidates that they've already talked to as well. But, there is the underlying rumors of Jim Harbaugh possibly leaving Michigan for that as well. I think that there is some validity to that. Again, just based on, seeing and reading the tea leaves and everything like that. But, I do think that overall, Derek Carr is somebody who I think could be attainable. But again, it depends on the situation.